It all started when our homeworld of Boreas was attacked by the Empire. Their leader itself, one of the sorcerers, as you guys call them, the Sith, Darth Sidious, came over. He personally wiped our base off the face of the map pretty much, using his force powers. We didn't stand a chance. We all had to scatter and flee. Our transport was sent to Polis because we had a good relationship with the UCS. We were to gather allies and...
Hold on, stop you right here.
What?
Polis is the name of the planet or of a nation?
Technically both, because the only
Polis is
nation...
in our records.
Yeah. Yeah, because Polis is the continent to the north, but it was also what the planet was referred to for a long time.
They thought they were the only ones
That was the
alive,
only name
so...
people knew of that place.
Polis has always been, they've always had the mentality that history is written by the winners. They erase people so that they are the only history.
And seeing
I've
how
heard
your
nothing
people
except
were...
texts.
Seeing how your people were hidden underground, well, it makes sense that they would forget about you.
Well, here's the other thing that's also should be brought up. Polis, most of the bandits you run into are Polisian. Should give you a good character assumption about them.
Well, yeah. From the looks of the records and the mercs, it seems like they mostly come here to salvage whatever they can find. Profit.
Soldiers of fortune. Ugh, gross.
But yeah,
Go on.
was there any... Okay, so anyways, yeah, we came here to look for any allies with the UCS or the Polisian military. Problem is, several ships managed to shoot down our damaged transport, which caused us to fly way off course and crash land on this continent instead. Most of our gear was destroyed, several of our members were injured, and we ended up having to shelter in place for a bit, and that's when we encountered, you know, the Outlanders. We ended up having to fight our way through them. That's when we met Captain Linden. Found them at their main base, and, well, he was a reasonable man. After we defeated his forces, he agreed to come with us.
Bizarre. I can only see, like, ulterior motives for that, if I'm being honest.
He just wanted to leave. He was just trapped here, and he just wanted to leave this place in the end, to go back to the mainland.
All I've heard about Linden is that he, like, had documents that were, like, conveniently misplaced, and that he's apparently a Polisian native that, like, seeks his old fortune in rank, and he's been lost here for a long time. He only seems like a bad person for me.
Oh, well, the documents thing we actually did find the solution to. We believe that was actually the Sith's responsibility. Because it makes sense that the Sith was hiding out in that place, and no one was able to see them go in or out, despite it, you know, the only entrance being on the roof.
That makes sense too, yeah. I couldn't understand how people got up there.
Yep, well, they have the ability to jump, so it makes sense when I think about it. In fact, that's how we found it too. You know, our own Jedi, Nora, found it. She was using her powers to check the roofs.
Can't they, like, feel when each other use their powers, or is that, like, the wrong science fiction fantasy stuff?
Oh yeah, it definitely happens, but apparently Nora couldn't, feel this guy's presence. Although she said she kind of could, but she kept mistaking it for other things. There's just so much going on in the galaxy right now that apparently it's hard for her to just kind of get a beat on things.
Alright, so... Lyndon's not the worst guy then?
No, he's just... He's just some old soldier who lost his way, and he wants us to get him home. What we've been doing.
Okay. Carry on. Actually, hold on, one more question.
What?
What are these Outlanders like? Are they like the ones we fought, or are they different? Are like all Outlanders like the same? They all just have like crap shack jeeps, or like shitty firearms? What did he have?
Well, the Outlanders we fought were pretty much as you described. You know, they used like these ramshackle vehicles, and cobbled together improvised guns. Lyndon, however, he actually had some pretty good gear on him, but apparently that was because there was a better bandit camp with better gear a ways away from him, and he had his people raid it and loot it.
Seems a bit inconsistent.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened. I mean, I'm not exactly keeping up on, like, wasteland politics here.
Yeah, I feel like he's omitting information, though.
I mean, like I said, I don't really care about wasteland politics. All I know is that he's a wastelander and he's been salvaging shit.
You can always ask him.
Alright.
He's here.
I'm aware he's here. I've no really interest. Unless we find common ground or some common interest. I'd rather like keep to people that actually work towards the cause and not just piggyback on it. Why is he even with you?
Well, he has been helping us quite a lot. It's like he's fought alongside us in numerous battles on our way to Red Rock, and you know, he's helped defend Red Rock. It's like he helped us with training the new generation of troops, as well as, you know, getting the specs for the new weapons and armor set up.
Yeah, I think it just cancels out his most of his bad deeds. He's still probably a bad person in my eyes.
Yeah, well, if you knew all of our histories, you'd probably say the same thing. We all originally came from a mercenary company ourselves, and that's just the way the business is.
Yeah, but you don't prey on the weak, I imagine.
Nope, not really. Our corporation actually did have a major rule against civilian casualties wherever possible. Definitely a rarity among organizations like ours, but it's just the way our boss was.
Alright, back to it. You defeated Lyndon, and he kissed your ass to go with you or something.
Well, yeah. So we got in his we got in his Jeep truck thing, and we set out. Then we found Red Rock the hard way when a storm literally blew us into your ravine.
But you survived somehow, and this is the part I never understood. How are you alive if you fell into the ravine?
Oh, we
There's
didn't
like a
fall
95%
into the
casualty
ravine.
rate.
We didn't fall into the ravine. You see, we had modern grapple hook technology. In fact, we even helped incorporate it into the L-Jet to get its tether system set up. But basically, we have grapples that were able to brace us to the ground against the storm. We bailed out of our truck in the nick of time and were able to batten ourselves to the ground. That's how we survived.
But weren't you lucky?
Yep.
Well, that's how you get Red Rock. Now, here's the thing. Are you responsible for the bandit attacks?
The bandit attacks that came to Red Rock? No.
Do you think, like, your vehicle, they followed you or something?
I can't imagine how, because these mercenaries, we never saw any of their vehicles anywhere near us. The only ones we saw were, you know, those low-tech Wayfarer bandits, and they never followed us here.
Okay.
I think the only thing that actually might have followed us was those skeleton guys, because we encountered them in an earlier place, and, well, they did end up coming to us, and I believe even their leader, that large, powerful skeleton with the machine gun, came by. They might have actually followed us, but apparently, according to Red Rock's records, they'd been seen there before.
Yeah. We have seen the skeletons, but they've been mostly, like, docile, but they are, like... They dress like the military of old, and they do their formations like it. We just call them the Unending March.
Huh.
There's a few nicknames for them. The Unending March, the Last Patrol.
Yeah, either way, they're just ghosts that are, still marching towards a war they don't realize is long over.
You've said that you've encountered anomalies, and I'm curious about those.
When
Really?
I
We've
got
only
one.
seen... Okay.
When we were on our way back to Red Rock from here, we saw a ghost. And then one of the skeletons showed up too.
Well, I think that's just like... That's not like a unique anomaly. I think those are just...
What, a glowing
know.
white see-through man?
Oh, okay, that's different.
That he phased through the window?
I don't know. I
There
don't know. I mean, I'm talking
there
like
was
bizarre stuff.
Oh, there was another anomaly like it, and the skeletons seem directly tied to it, too. You see, both at the tunnels where we first found the skeletons, and at that region Tanokus was just talking about, we would see this green or orange glow. It's just like this glowing orb that shows up and starts shining in a random spot, and then things start just spawning out of it, as if it's like a portal. That's where the skeletons had been coming from. Whenever we saw something like that, skeletons would just walk right out of them, and it started attacking us.
Alright.
And the thing is, we'd been to this planet a few times before, but in the other region, in Polis, and we would see anomalies just like that as well. They would either attack us directly, like, they just launch energy or start massively heating up or cooling the area, or, monsters and stuff would spawn out of them.
Would you say anomalies here are tamer than the other side?
Most definitely, but that's because I'm pretty sure we found the source of the anomalies.
Great. Eldritch Taurus that can manipulate reality. That's what I need to know about.
Yep, exactly. There were two. There was this place called the Void that we got sent to. It was like an alternate dimension. We got sent there after we got caught outside of a massive anomaly storm. And we ended up having to fight our way through a variety of weird creatures and beings that we had no idea what they even were. But then we found in the middle of the void some kind of portal system. Like, it was made with technology that looked like it was from us, but a bit different. And then these aliens started coming in and trying to stop us from reaching that portal. Saber concluded that this portal seemed to be the source of the anomalies. So he destroyed it, and we escaped. And then, I can't remember if this was before or after, I think it was after, but we fought this massive worm-like monster off the coast of one of the old cities. Once it was destroyed and the void was, I guess, closed off, the anomalies all but stopped. All the most extreme ones stopped.
Was this like a giant worm like ours, or?
It was way bigger, and it was
Oh,
just
God.
fleshy mass that could spawn these weird mutated undead creatures.
Oh, I'm happy I don't think we survived that. Worms give us enough trouble.
Yeah, those burrowers are a problem, but they were nothing compared to that gargantuan monster that was just creating these horrors. And we
Have
also
any of
fought...
you other ones? I mean, like, this guy's telling all the stories. Have any of you seen this stuff?
I wasn't there.
Us arriving here is my first time being to Polis, so I wouldn't know.
Damn, you guys hate... I mean, I imagine you probably hate this planet for the sounds of it. Your hijinks sound horrifying.
I mean, yeah, we first learned about this place because one of our own got stranded on the other continent, and eventually he was able to call for help and get us over here, and, well, that's how we got mixed up with this happy little place.
How the hell do you
and
get
we
stranded on a planet you don't know?
He was betrayed by his commanding officer, and basically they just dumped him here, hoping that we wouldn't find him.
Okay. You were saying?
Oh yeah, we also figured out that one of our own, who also ended up betraying us and is now working for the enemy, turns out he was directly funding wars in the Polisian side of the continent.
I
Before
approve
all
that.
this, fun fact.
Do what they do best with those Polisians. Go to war. That's what I know. They love a good infight.
Yeah. Basically, when we first came to Polis, it was just a bunch of little splinter factions and gangs just running around fighting each other in the wastelands in these ruined cities.
And now it's not.
No. We ended up unearthing a tactical droid, a sapient robot that used to belong to a group called the CIS. The same guys we've been digging up resources from under Red Rock. He ended up getting together with other survivors from the CIS and made a new organization called the UCS, the United Coalition of Systems. And Polis was the first settled government of that coalition. He ended up cleaning up the place kind of well, from what I've heard. I've never been to the cities personally, but I was told that they've been starting to really prosper.
This sounds excessive, if I'm being honest. Sapient robots rebuilding civilizations and making a galactic faction. Sounds a bit zany.
It wasn't just a sapient robot. He also got together with, regular living people as well that were also former members of his organization. In fact, he was actually able to get into contact with them with our help because we had connected with them, and they were helping us with, droid and starship engineering.
Alright, here's a question that just got brought up randomly as an idea. Do robots have sapience? Do they always go like rogue, or do they try to eliminate mankind? Is that a thing out there?
Most droids don't do that. You see, droid intelligence is kind of on a spectrum. You could have basic little labor droids who don't really have much intelligence at all. They're just dumb machines that know what to do, and they know how to do their operations, but they don't have much room for anything else. It's like that square droid from the electronics shop. Those things can never be sapient.
Alright.
Whereas some more
If you leave them
advanced
on long
droids
enough,
like...
maybe, but not
Yeah,
really.
whereas more advanced droids like battle droids and astromech droids, they actually can develop sapience if you give them the time to develop their own personalities. In fact, it's usually recommended that you regularly memory wipe them if you don't want that to happen.
Uh-huh. And then you got, what kind of robot class is your guy then, right there?
He's a
I'm
new
kinda
class of
an
robot entirely.
different thing. I'll explain to you the best way I can. A new technology recently happened called entekment. To where the best I can describe
Let me
it
guess,
is
from
you're
that
able
kind
to
of name,
transfer.
you put yourself into, you become a robot.
Basically, I was once a human.
That's so weird. And that's literally
I
something
was
I didn't
dying,
think would be
so
possible.
It's better than dying.
Or I mean, were you like old or something? I mean, everyone's got to go
I
sometime.
took a. Do they know about the Mark IVs? I'm difficult to explain
He
what the
was hit
railguns
with
are.
a high-caliber armor-piercing weapon, and it injured him to the point where basically he only had a few years
My
left
organs
to
were
live.
slowly shutting down. In a matter of weeks.
Surely you have like
Year.
magical or like you can like organ clone or something out there, right?
Well, yeah, but his
don't think
damage
so.
was so extensive that we just couldn't really save his organic body. Like, we were able to keep him alive for a time, but he just was not lasting.
Oh, so it's like your artificial organs are like getting rejected by your body.
I think so. I tend to not really think about that time, as it wasn't exactly very enjoyable, as you can assume.
I mean, yeah, we have similar things here with organ transplants. Sometimes it doesn't, the host body rejects it.
Yeah, we have technology on the galaxy to make it easier, but, you know, he was just too heavily injured, too much of him had been damaged at once, and we just couldn't replace things in a timely manner because there was just so much of him that needed to be replaced.
Best I could describe it is there's a giant hole in the lower half of my body. And they attempted to patch me up and wasn't able to.
So here's the other question that comes to mind then, alright? How good is cloning out there? Is it like a thing?
Oh,
Yeah,
it
but
is definitely a thing.
I
Nowadays, the
didn't know
wider
if you
crowd
like just
doesn't
had like
look on it
organ
too
printing.
fondly.
Oh, we
Ever
had a
since the
lot more
Clone
than just
War.
organ printing. We had a war that was once fought almost entirely with clone soldiers. Them against battle droids.
That sounds horrible. I'm just gonna say that
Yeah.
now.
It was.
I mean, I don't want to
Wasn't a good time.
give me. With every single soldier looking the same, probably. Let me guess. Did they wear unique armor? Like, did each one get a different color, I don't know, red on their armor at a different spot to say which one they were? Or were they all just
Sort
uniform?
of. Different battalions did their own thing with their armor.
Yeah, it was sort of in between. Like, they had uniform armor, solid white armor, but they would put their own markings on it to, kind of keep track of who they were.
Yeah, give their own
How does that
independence
work?
and whatnot.
Why would a clone have independence? Is it like a droid?
They're still people.
I mean, yeah, they were
Yeah,
still
they're still
living
okay.
beings.
See, I'm thinking of clones as like exact duplicates of someone. They're easily made.
At first they were, I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, but from what I heard, the genetic sample they used started to degrade, and they couldn't get a new one because the template died.
Well, I mean, I think you should avoid having your template die.
He was working for the
bad
enemy,
guys the
yeah.
whole time.
What?
Look,
It's a really insane
You make
set
an
of
army
events.
for the good guys, and then you work with the bad guys right after?
I mean, he was a mercenary.
What's the point?
yeah, he was just a mercenary working. In reality, pretty much the whole war was just this one guy high up in the political sphere. He was basically engineering this war artificially as an excuse to give himself more power.
Actually,
And
it's the
how
same
many
exact
people
guy we're
died for
fighting right
this?
now.
A galactic-wide conflict, that's probably millions, right?
Way more
Yeah.
than millions. We're talking trillions of people.
Great. So we're
Especially
fighting a guy
after
who
that
can
guy got
kill
into
trillions.
power.
It's the same war that destroyed this planet.
Yeah, the big old triangle
who are
ships
the
that bombarded.
I've been told there's like 8 different types of triangle ships. Which ones?
The Republic ones, the
more-
ones that got like the bits of red on it.
The more spearhead-shaped ones.
From records, I can't really describe it. It was like an arrowhead with 2 side wings at the back. It was the
Yeah,
ones
that
that
would
we
that's
be
what I
really
was
saw.
thinking.
Defender class.
Yeah. The reason that the Republic bombarded this place, as we later found out while looking through old bunkers and stuff, is that from the looks of it, the CIS, you know, one side of the war, they were working on secret projects here. And what we could gather, the head honcho, Palpatine, he didn't like that. So
That's a stupid name.
Yep.
Yeah, so he pulled some strings and got the Republic to destroy this place to cover it up.
Are using nuclear weapons? Are they like the common thing for like ships that throw bombs at each other? How do you defend against that? I know you have shields, but how do you defend against nuclear bombs? Won't they just like
We
EMP
actually don't
your
use
vessel?
those that often.
And why were they used here?
It could have
We
been part of
use
the
giant
cover-up.
lasers to fight other ships.
Well, I mean, I imagine one thing with the EMP for the nuclear weapons is all the robots died here.
That was probably why they did it, because this
True.
was a CIS-controlled planet, so they could have used actual nuclear payloads specifically to kill all the droids and wipe any information from electronics, which would also fit with the idea of covering things up here.
So, there's no record of Almeri doing these deals with the CIS. I guess in public, I guess we apparently agreed at Red Rock to buy some of these robots from space, but we never heard we were like aligned with them. So what the fuck's that? Why were we just never informed that we apparently signed up for a galactic war?
I think the Separatists just did shit without you knowing on here.
Yep. The Separatists just use you guys for what they need you for and didn't bar keeping you in the loop, it seems. Sounds about in character for them.
Maybe what they did is they just went to Polis with their offer. And then they put
Yeah.
all their little bases on our side without our permission.
Probably.
Well, yeah, they did have that research system set up under your city.
Maybe they were used to the planet being unified.
Now, okay, here's the thing about that research facility. It is inexplainable, because considering there is no indication of a path that they drilled down. And sure, the bombing might have done that, but it's infeasible. There's no entry point. So, how the fuck did it get below our city?
Are you talking
Uh-huh.
about the ship itself that's down there?
Yes. How? How did
All
the
I can
robots
think-
get down there
Oh.
without us noticing too? Or the bigger question is, a sealed cavern. How did they get inside a sealed cavern with their robots?
Did you let the robots into your city at any point beforehand?
The robots manned the mines and did some of the basic labor. But that's it.
Oh,
they're,
that's
that,
that's how.
No, because, okay, listen, before you assume things, I know that wasn't it. Considering when the robots were here, we didn't have a lower level to the mines. That didn't exist then.
Well, they had to have gotten down there somehow because that was CAS tech down there.
And these weren't like the CIS or whatever. They were just robots that had tasks assigned to them. And they had a set pathway, and because we're kind of paranoid about robots, they never were allowed to, like, stray from their duties. So that's, like, my main confusion is how did they get down there, install research bases, and start studying something when we never saw them go down there, and there was no way to get down there? I mean, you know the first level of the mine. That's all that existed during around that time. For the last 25 years, we've been digging deeper.
All I can think of is they might have had some other access point they dug, but it got buried during the bombing.
Here's the thing, like I've said, it was a sealed cavern. The bizarre thing is this cavern was, first of all, submerged in water, and second of all, it was extremely high in atmospheric pressure when we released it. And it was a perfect seal, but it had really high atmospheric pressure. That's what I'm confused about.
The ship itself was also sealed. That's the thing. Be that there might be a second entrance or something that maybe got buried. I just can't think of any other way the droids could have gotten down there, unless there's something in your history that you lost.
Maybe the Elder Torah put it there to laugh at us or something. I don't know.
You talk about like
inexplicable.
Those floating orbs acted like portals or something. Maybe that.
Maybe.
True. Droids.
That does remind me. The ship is older than the caves, according to the carbon dating, which is weird.
Well, all I can think of in that regard is the ship might have crash landed down here a long, long time ago, and
carbon dating puts it back at least 3,500 years.
Damn.
that could have given it enough time to just get buried.
Yeah. That's a decent amount of time. I believe that maybe it's sunk underground, but that still doesn't explain how the robots got there.
Well, maybe it's like you said, the anomaly. They could have found an anomaly that brought them there directly by teleporting.
Maybe.
And they just set up shop in there, no questions asked, to gather data, and I wonder if maybe they had a way to get out, too, through those same portals. It's hard to say.
I have another theory. And maybe what they did is that there was a hole on the other side of the ship that caved in. And we just...
Well, we were saying
what
that.
I suggested.
Oh. Well, not... Maybe. I don't know. It's really just... It's semantics. This has been theory crafted for too long. Anyways, have you all seen the ship?
Yeah, we've been down there. We were the ones who actually discovered that,
Well, I know you found
AI.
it, but I don't know if you went inside it.
Oh yeah, we went inside the ship.
Hey, did you ever go inside?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think they permit you unless you have one of these suits on. They're paranoid. There's like space viruses in there. That does remind me. You came from space. Wouldn't that like you wouldn't have like heaps of diseases that we would never have a cure for? Wasn't that like always a big fear?
Not really, because we have pretty good medical technology, so if we had any diseases,
That's not the point of what I'm saying is, you might
yeah,
be
but
immune or
something
vaccinated
small
for
to
it.
us could be not small to them.
I think viruses in general are kind of hard to spread, mostly because of Starship sanitation. Because here's the thing. Starship sanitation is actually pretty good, especially when you go for like airlocks for decontamination and stuff. The Vanguard especially has to be careful about this because there was a point in time where we've actually had to deal with a bioweapon or two, so we would need to get
Gotta love it.
decontaminated.
Bioterrorism, my favorite.
Yep. And we've also had to deal with radiation. So there's a whole slew of things we need to put decontamination protocols in place for.
Who
So,
knows?
yeah.
Maybe because of how bad this planet is that we just are so well adjusted to the hellscape
True.
that viruses don't affect us.
Yeah, but yeah, in general, local civilizations don't really get much in the way of viruses from first contact with, people from the galaxy because decontamination protocols are just that good. Like, if you come from a ship, there's a good chance you are sterile. Like, sterilized, I mean.
Man, the other big thing, long term, no. But in the short term, if you're meeting with people in your suit and you're being precautious, your suit would probably protect them from any sort of bacteria you would carry.
Yeah, that's
Like
another
ours.
thing, too. Yeah, because a lot of armored suits do automatically come with, like, vacuum sealing and such for use in space or things like that, low atmosphere
Is armor
environments.
commonly space-worthy, or is it, like, special?
Space-worthy armor is pretty common for people that travel, yes.
Are all your armors space-safe?
I don't think
Yep,
mine is
They
anymore.
have to be. Vanguard regulations.
I think this suit actually would be space safe.
Probably. Looks like it.
Yeah, I could definitely
Yeah,
see it. It's
yeah,
like
it's
a
an
internal air
environment
hazmat
supply
system.
and nothing else, then yeah.
It has its own air filtration system. I think, honestly, yeah, this would be. I wouldn't test it if I'm being real. I wouldn't go outside.
Yeah.
That is probably one of my dreams to go like do a spacewalk, but I think I wouldn't wear this.
Yeah, true. We could definitely, like, get you, if you come with us, we could get you probably, like, one of our standard Vanguard suits if we manage to retake Boreas, because then we can, then you'll have our standard suits, which are made to be used in a vacuum. And also really well armored.
All right, I think I burned my questions. You got any questions about us? I don't know.
I can't really think of much. Pretty much everything I could have asked, I've already learned in the months we've been here.
There's really nothing.
Well, like I said,
Bummer.
we've been here for months, and I've been studying your guys' history and everything, and Saber's been going over old records we found out on the surface. So yeah, we've learned quite a lot about this place.
Okay, and you got any questions for them?
Not really. I feel like that kind of covered everything.
Okay, here's one question. How do you plan on defeating a galactic spanning empire when you lost everything?
There are
Well,
people we can ally
didn't
with
lose
out there.
everything. We lost our homeworld and we've lost some commanders, but most of our fleet got away. And that's how we were able to establish contact with them and get sent on this mission. Also, there are other people fighting against the Empire themselves. A larger faction called the New Republic is currently fighting them.
Wait, quick question.
Yeah?
Have you made, contact with your fleet since you've been here?
No.
No.
That's
How
the
do you know
thing.
they're
We
not
have
all
no
dead?
idea what's been going on since then.
I mean,
Nora
we
just
have
says that she
multiple
sends-
planets under our control, just To our knowledge, they only attacked our home planet.
How do you know those?
Well, they
are
also attacked
attacked
Telos,
yet?
remember?
At the same time?
No, they attacked it before.
And I think some place
Yes,
called
but their
Prospect.
main attack was on just us, though.
Yeah. But either way, yeah, that's one of the major reasons we need to get to the other continents, so we can reestablish contact with Vanguard Command and see what the situation is, because we've been here a lot longer than they had in mind for us.
Yeah, that's why I'm really raring to get back to our allies. I'm really hoping we have people left out there.
I don't even know why we were sent to this planet besides making contact with them.
Well, yeah, we're supposed to make contact with the UCS and gather allies to bolster our lost forces.
I don't think that went well.
Well, no, we did kind of end up in the wrong continent. But hey, at least we got some people here who are gonna come with us, and
What do you think would have happened if you didn't run into us? Like, you would have just went back to your war, like, next day?
No.
We probably
I
would
mean,
have had a
it's
harder
hard to
time
say,
getting
really.
back, but
yeah, it's hard to say really, because we still need to make the full journey over to the other continent. So I think either way, it would have taken us time. And I'm not sure how well we would have gotten off making this whole journey in some ramshackle truck.
I mean, to be fair, we probably could have also just died, especially if we tried to brave the storm ourselves.
That's another issue too.
No, I meant like you got to your goal, you didn't have the crash landing. What do you think would happen to
Oh.
us?
Oh.
Well, we
I don't
would
know
have
if we
never
would know
met
you
you
guys
if
were out
we
here.
never came to this place. Because, yeah, this place has no contact with the other land. Hell, Vanguard, people who've done surveys of the planet, they said that they had no idea this continent even had people living in it.
Well, I
As
guess
far
you
as
got
anyone
surprised with them.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
definitely. As far as anyone knew, this place was just dead.
So after you regroup with like your whole main force, are you gonna like try and come back here and colonize us and take?
No. You see, Polis is a sovereign world under the command, under the protection of another faction that is not ours. And most importantly, a faction that is allied with us. So not only do we have no reason to come colonize you guys, but it would also be a politically stupid idea for us to try to colonize you guys.
Sorry for the bluntness.
It's alright, It's a valid question. I'm surprised no one asked it sooner.
Well,
Well, I think I'm out of questions. Chit chat for about an hour. We should get to work. Socializing is
suppose so.
over. We gotta get you on your journey. We should get to actually progressing that journey. Alright, so
Yep.
tasks. Two of you gotta go head down to the factory, use one of our transports, haul some raw material up here. I need someone to get all the assemblers and saws set up. I need someone to start reading the books that they gave me, and I'm gonna start inspecting the vehicle for, first of all, maintenance, and then we can work on upgrades.
I'll go move shit.
I've been working with your
Alright.
industrial stuff for a while, so I can help with the assembly systems.
Alright, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm just gonna move shit. I'll haul
And
stuff.
Waylon's
Feel like
gonna
being smart
handle
today?
the technical stuff for the vehicle.
I mean, hey man,
Kane.
I never went to school.
Do they not have schools in space?
I was an orphan
Are they
living
not
on the
common to go
streets of a
to?
shithole, doing small crime.
Shitholes common?
I guess.
Oh
Some
yeah,
planets.
definitely.
Of course they are. Kane, I'm gonna need you to, I guess, go with Tanokus? His name, or is it
Yeah, I'll show you
Tawny
where it is.
Case?
I
Just
don't
call
know,
him
man. I never met my parents. I wouldn't know how it's pronounced. You just call me whatever, I don't care.
Yes, so we'll have to, first of all, we're gonna need to wake up all your people and get them inside. They're gonna have to
Yeah.
get jobs assigned. Have your wizard probably help me with some of the stuff.
We got 2 wizards
I
that can
don't
help.
know what to do with Lyndon, if I'm being honest. Any ideas?
No, he'll
he has
he'll
dreams
probably
of
find
taking over
something
the
new
nearby
himself.
town,
He's-
so I don't know.
Alright, let's give him a tour by making him do manual labor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll probably assign himself a task. He's a go-getter.
Alright, let me go outside. Before we do everything, I need to figure this out.
Alright.
We've got around 3 hours of daylight left. Just gotta keep that in mind.
Alright.
Alright.
Alright. There should be vehicles down at the factory, like warehouse, that you can just haul stuff up.
Okay.
There's some old crappy trucks. We don't gotta ride down to there. I don't want you taking one of the tanks.
I can walk.
So,
There's the ATV.
yeah, but, actually, yeah, bring the ATV. What am I talking about?
Alright.
The vehicle's literally here. Alright. I'll catch you later then.
Alright, let's get to work on this thing.